Alright. Hello, and welcome to my first assignment for leadership communication. My name is Will Reynolds, and I am joined with
Will Ringsmo.
And today, Will will be joining with us to discuss an adaptive leadership change or challenge that he's currently facing in his role and some potential solutions to sort of tackle that problem. So, Will, if you please let me know exactly what do you do for work?
Yeah, so I work in property management. I'm under Kyle Condon, who is my boss and owns all of the properties. We have anywhere right now between 50 and 75 units. And what I do is take care of the properties inside and out. I go in to the website we have, they can list all of their problems, and then I'll make a schedule and I'll go try to fix those problems.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it sounds like you're just servicing unit to unit under your boss who basically just, you go in, you take care of any problems that may arise.
Exactly.
Gotcha. I guess in that role, how is the world changing in ways that has caused you or your organization to have to adapt?
Yeah, so things are changing. The market's always up and down, and my boss is trying to find new ways to stay ahead and make money continuously. So we might have to change who we are marketing to. Maybe it's a demographic, switching from those younger professionals into more family home units so we can get people in there more long term. So more things to learn for sure.
Okay, got you. So I guess the problem you're facing is, due to the changing landscape of trying to stay competitive, you've had to switch your segment from what it sounds like more servicing young professionals now to a more family segment, and that change has obviously caused some problems.
Yeah, there's been some hurdles to get over for sure. There can be times where a unit is only fit for certain demographics, so we can bite the bullet on those if we're willing to. Otherwise, we can now look into converting existing properties for families or purchasing the new properties while offloading the ones that we can't use correctly anymore.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, another problem may arise in just like the availability of the unit and just what it's able to contain, and make sure that what you're offering is meeting people's needs.
Exactly. And when you start in property management, you might not be able to get that golden goose egg right away. So I'm sure my boss has had to buy a few fixer-uppers that now may not be something that can make us money now that we've elevated in our business.
Gotcha. Yeah, so maybe some past investments may not have worked out so well now that that segment has shifted and that value just isn't apparent as it once was. Okay. What are some solutions that you're currently working on to address this adaptive change?
Yeah, right now some solutions would be more hands-on. So for me, it was kind of on the computer. Now I think I'll have to be more on-site, figure out, okay, is this house fit for a family? If we're going to switch from a younger demographic to a family unit, I need to make sure it's safe for children. I need to make sure it's up to code with everything inside and out, whether they have pets or not. And then you can even go into more depth with the area those properties are in. Are they near schools? Are they near grocery stores and the like things that families need?
Got you. So not only just having the units fit for occupancy for that family, but all the other things that I'd say come along with a family, whether it be, the community aspect of building that family or just, like the amenities to make a family feel more at home.
Yes, no,
gotcha.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I know that you talked about, I'd say the computer thing of how you used to be more used to, I'd say that kind of interaction. Now you're more hands-on. Could you kind of like elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, no, and I like this change, this solution going from on the computer to being in person. I've always felt I could get my point across or develop that relationship being face-to-face. You can be more personal with those people. You can develop things where, if you don't know if someone's struggling until you go talk to them. You're not going to get that over a text or an email. So it's my job now to develop those relationships so that maybe they can stay longer and we can have more reliability from both sides.
Okay, gotcha. So if I was hearing you right, you were more used to not as much very straightforward of an interaction, just more behind a computer office stuff, but it's kind of transformed into more face-to-face relationship building, getting to know people.
Yeah, less cut and dry, which I like. You learn more that way.
Definitely, yeah. I would say in terms of this segment, I know you kind of talked about that's kind of a problem. How is moving from a young business professional to a family segment causing problems in your organization?
Yeah, so a younger demographic, they can be in and out fairly quickly, so they might not take care of the property as diligently as a family who's going to stay long term would. So fixing these properties to where they were or better before those younger people came through. I wouldn't say they trashed the place, but they're definitely not used to taking care of a home of their own. So maybe doing some more preventative work as well could help out getting these families in and knowing that we can provide that quality service.
Okay, got you. So you would say, obviously, the segment change has been a bit of a tough adjustment, but getting those units in working condition, I would say you would have to almost change the mentality of how you service these customers. You said, I think it was cut and dry. It's not so much anymore. And keeping these units in this better condition for these customers has proved to be a bit of a struggle.
Oh yeah, and people are always going to have complaints. Nothing's ever perfect for anyone. So you're reaching a standard that's where it's more gray now. Where if we have that younger demographic, it's pretty cut and dry what they need. We can give them a list like, hey, you give me this money, we're providing this service, end it. Where if a family's going to be in there anywhere from 6 months to a year, you'd like to think longer, they're going to be a little bit more nitpicky on, well, the toilet's not filling up just right and it leaks a little bit. Or,
Sure.
This floorboard's a little up, my son might cut himself, or the animals, everything. There's so many more details when you add more people in an area. So you need to adapt and give those solutions to those people the best way you can.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'd say, just to kind of encapsulate it, in your property maintenance job, or management, sorry, you were used to working with a young professional segment, very cut and dry, in and out, minor fixes, and now you're put in this position where you got to service, a more high quality customer. I'd say a more high need customer, supposed to say, and this is obviously posed some problems getting adjusted to that. Yeah. But from what you've told me, some solutions would be just in the environment that you create at work, not so much, fix it and leave, but give these people a reason to want to stay in these units and not have such a quick turnaround. Yeah, thank you for sharing your ideas with me, man.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it was a good, I would say, analysis of ever-changing environments of his environment, but at the same time, still showing up to work and wanting to foster that, a good, healthy environment for a family.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.